Hello, my loves. I hope you guys are doing well. Welcome into this reading for the new moon in Virgo. So if you are new to my readings, hello and welcome in. It may feel aligned for you to check out my how to get the most out of my readings tutorial video. It'll take you through a deep dive into how to get the most out of what we're doing here. It's not necessary, but the invitation is there for you. For those who are not new, hello and welcome back in. It means a lot for me to have you here. I really enjoy supporting the loved ones that I have in this life, all of the human collective that tunes in. And it's really a great gift to be able to support you this way. So thank you so much for being here. And it's an honor to support you through this beautiful process that's unfolding. So let's talk about new moon energy. The moon becomes new every 28 days. Every time it's in a different place in the sky. So it's in a different astrological sign. So what this means is every month we get to start anew and we get to focus on something different every month. I like to, in my videos, dive deep into where this moon phase really wants us to focus. We'll get into that in a minute, but let's talk a little bit about the Virgo energy. Virgo is the archetype of the maiden. It's a very helpful, precise, reliable, analytical, and observant vibration. If you want to learn more about Virgo and how it influences your chart, please check out my Virgo solar readings. Those will help you understand where this energy is in your life and help you expand on that energy in a deeper way. So it's very interesting here that this moon phase is happening in 4 degrees, 4 minutes of Virgo. It's a very precise degree point. It's also happening on August 27th at 4:17. There's some interesting things going on with these numbers as well. The most interesting is that 1 plus 7, the 17, equals 8. So you have 4 and then you have an 8. And 8, of course, reduces to 4. And we also have the 4 degrees, 4 minutes. So it's kind of an echoing of that. There's a lot of other little nuances here, but we won't dive into those. I just thought it was really cute how the Virgo energy was like, I'm going to be very precise here. The 4 is a very stable, reliable number as well. So it's very interesting that that's the number that's kind of being highlighted and focused by the Virgo energy. Now, a moon phase typically goes from one new moon to another new moon, unless there's an eclipse, but we'll talk about those when they happen. So for this moon phase, the cycle is from August 27th until September 25th. So the reading that we're doing here, the advice for it is going to be valid for you during that cycle, during that phase. So this is the time frame with which to keep this advice at the forefront of your mind. There's going to be 2 readings for you. We're going to be drawing an affirmation card from the Super Attractor deck, and you're going to get 2 affirmations, most of you. There's 2 different things that the Virgo energy wanted us to look up. I think this is because they want to be very precise and give you very specifically directed affirmations and guidance with how this moon phase is showing up for you. So the 2 things that they want you to be aware of and relate this advice to are, the first one is the degree point that the moon is happening for you. So Virgo, you're looking for this symbol, the M with the little, I look at it as like legs crossed, because the maiden crosses her legs. I don't know, that's how it works in my head. It's at 4 degrees, 4 minutes. So let's stop there. If you do not know how to find where Virgo 4 degrees, 4 minutes happens in your chart, please take a break. Please go ahead and watch my tutorial video for how to find your birth information on astro.com. It's definitely worth diving deep into this information because it'll help you understand how to read your chart, how to interact with my readings moving forward, and it'll just give you a little bit more understanding of the birth chart itself and how it applies to you. If you do not know your birth time, a lot of people stop when they hear that they need their birth time because they don't know it. I have a tutorial video that'll take you through that process. Please go ahead and do that because it's so important for you to be able to work with this information, this blueprint of what was going on in the astrological weather when you first took your breath into this life. Okay, so you're going to be looking for what house Virgo 4 degrees 4 minutes occurs in your chart. if you have trouble figuring this out after you've watched that tutorial video, please reach out to me. I will give you some help and assistance. So you're looking for the house that Virgo 4 degrees 4 minutes shows up. You're going to watch the tutorial video for that. So if you're not in that video yet, that's fine. All of these introductions are the same. You're going to watch the reading that aligns with the house and aligns with where the moon was when you were born, which sign. So you're looking for this symbol, the moon symbol, on your astrological chart, and you're looking for what sign it was in when you were born. Again, you should be able to understand and find this if you watched that tutorial video. If not, again, you can go ahead and ask questions. All right, my loves, now it's time to dive deeper into your reading. So go ahead and watch the one for your house first, and then go ahead and watch the one for your moon sign second. So this reading is for those who have 4 degrees 4 minutes in Virgo in their first house, or if they have their moon sign in Aries. I'm going to draw a card here for both of you, and then I'm going to dive deeper for you to tell you what those alignments really mean and how it applies to the affirmation that we're going to get. So let's see what the Super Attractor deck by Gabrielle Bernstein has to say for you. Give me a second here. I'll show you her, the back of her. That's what the card deck looks like. All right. So let's find out what your affirmation is. I love it. I love all of them though, so doesn't really mean much. Okay. Here it is. The universe powerfully responds the instant I realign with love. This is a very powerful affirmation, and I'm really grateful to bring this to you for this lunar phase. The universe powerfully responds the instant I realign with love. So this month, as you're going through your trials, your tribulations, anything where you are struggling to feel connected to the flow of the universe, check in with yourself. See if you're aligned to love. What does it mean to realign and align to love? Well, sometimes it means just stopping and taking a breath. Sometimes it means offering compassion to a situation, even if you can't see in the moment why compassion is relevant, or you can't really fathom that compassion could be something that would work in this situation. But the point here is to realign with love. Realign to your heart center. So sometimes just breathing does that. I always put my hand on my heart to realign with my heart center. It really helps me ground into my heart. Breathing also helps me ground into my heart. Just like taking a moment, closing my eyes if that's possible where I am, and just offering love. Another thing that helps me to realign to love is whenever I feel judgment, I always remind myself that whatever is happening is either love or a call for love. And regardless of whether it's love or a call for it, the only response that I really want to give to either of those things is love. So if somebody's annoying me or a situation's happening that I am struggling with and I don't feel aligned and I feel in this dense, heavy vibration, I'll say to myself, oh, wait, this is either love and I just can't see how it's love, or it's a call for love because this person, this situation, this thing is in desperate need of love. And then it helps me just to offer love back, just to be like, oh, I can see that it's one or the other, and either way, my response is a loving response. I really want to offer up this love to the situation. And then the magic will happen. Then the universe is going to powerfully realign you in the instant that you offer that love. Like the person or the situation will shift in a dramatic way, in a way that you're going to recognize as a direct result of your own internal shift. That's a very powerful message. And I really think that it's awesome that the new moon in Virgo is bringing you this message, because the Virgo archetype is also the energy of innocence. It's the energy of love. It's the energy of that childlike wonder. Children are aligned to love naturally until they're programmed or taught or go through something that draws the love out of them or blocks them to the love. So the innocence of the Virgo archetype, the innocence of the virgin, is also the innocence of love. And it's a beautiful energy to return to because the universe powerfully runs on this vibration. And the more and more you embrace and embody this vibration, the more and more you're going to see the results in your outer environment. Let's dive into what this means for the first house and what this means for the moon in Aries. So you're going to scroll ahead to the moon in Aries if you're moon in Aries, and just hang out here with me if you are first house. Virgo, 4 degrees, 4 minutes. So Virgo, 4 degrees, 4 minutes. Hi, welcome in. So this is, let's talk a little bit about the house. So Virgo is happening in your first house. That means this new moon is happening in your first house. That means the place in your life that you're being guided to shift into love more and more frequently, to be aware of, is in this first house location. This is the house of self. So when it comes to how you're treating yourself, you're needing to realign to a love for your own being. This also has to deal with identity, appearance, ego, and focus, and your consciousness. So all of these places are going to be places where you're going to look for whether or not you're in alignment with love, and you're really going to be aware this month when you're not loving yourself, when your ego is not in an energy of love, when you're not focused on the vibration of love, and when you're not identifying with the energy of love. And again, we don't need to beat ourselves up for it. There's nothing wrong with being out of alignment. It's simply a matter of us noticing, observing, and then making that internal shift. Yes, I think that is all that I have for you, my beautiful first house in Virgo, 4 degrees, 4 minutes. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out. And as always, namaste. The universal light within me salutes and honors the universal light within you. Namaste. So this part of the video is for you if your moon was in Aries when you were born. Let's relate this moon in Aries to the quote that we have here. So the moon always represents your emotions. So the astrological sign that the moon was in when you were born represents how you express your emotions. You express your emotions like the Aries archetype. The archetype of Aries is the archetype of the ram. It's the first sign of the zodiac, the first element of fire. It's the cardinal element of fire, meaning the energy that initiates things. It's very generous, optimistic, enthusiastic, encouraging, and it is courageous and independent. This vibration is how you are most aligned when you're expressing your emotions, is when you're in this Aries energy. So when it comes to your emotions this month, it is very, very important for you to initiate, to spark, so to speak, the energy of love in all of your interactions. It's almost like everything that, when your emotions are in any place that's not aligned with love, it's going to bring your awareness emotionally to it. Like, you're going to feel it in your heart is what I'm meaning to say here. You're going to feel your emotions like feeling cloudy, feeling dense, feeling tight, because what it is that you're sparking with the energy of this Aries being in your moon, the energy of the sparking, which is, the first sign of the zodiac, that is the energy with which you're going to want to dive into the love vibration here. You're going to want to spark the energy of love. And this is a moment-to-moment thing for you. Check in with your emotions. Am I coming from emotion of love, or am I coming from emotion of fear, hate, doubt, insecurity, worthlessness, you name it, okay? It keeps going on and on. Or is it love? And in any moment, you can switch that vibration back to love. Keep in mind that with your moon in Aries, you're going to constantly emotionally be reacting and acting and reacting to things. That's the energy of this Aries archetype. So you're kind of a bull, you're kind of a ram when it comes to your emotions. You kind of just run right into things. And so when you're running into something, make sure that it's the direction of love. Whatever it is that you're running into, make sure that you're running with the focus of love. Make sure that you're running in the direction of love. Make sure that your target is love, because that is going to help align you during this lunar phase of Virgo. I hope this really helps you, and as always, namaste. The universal light within me salutes and it honors the universal light within you. Namaste.